four-game losing streak came to an end as the Lakers' big three all gave you 20 points apiece. Kuzma, the first Laker to lead the Lakers in scoring, not named AD or LeBron when the Lakers get a victory. A very impressive performance for the big three in Hollywood. And now to talk all things Lakers basketball, Brad Turner joins us from the LA Times. We saw the losing streak come to an end, but we also saw kind of what's been going on social media with Kyle Kuzma and LeBron. What's the vibe around this team? What's going on? Give us the inside scoop. What's popping in Lakers land?
Ooh, boy, the inside scoop, huh? Well, when you win games, things are fine. When you're in a four-game losing streak like the Lakers were, and someone starts...
All right, Kentavious Caldwell Pope. So you guys had the four-game losing streak. You respond by beating Portland last night, then handling Dallas pretty well tonight in this back-to-back. What was behind that for you guys just getting back on track?
Just playing harder than Dallas did. We knew they was on a back-to-back as well, and we wanted to come out with great energy and great intensity, and I feel like we did that throughout the whole game.
Kenny, you've had four of five threes tonight, I should say, 11 of your last 15. Where's that rhythm coming from three, and how you feeling right now with the ball going up?
I feel good. I mean, I feel I'm in a great rhythm. I feel good. My mind's clear. So, man, I'm just out there playing, finding my open spots, and being ready to shoot.
Yeah, where does that come from? Just trying to keep everything else clear and be able to go game to game to game like that to keep it going. Where do you get that from?
Just take it game by game. You know, right now we had Dallas on the next schedule, and that's all I was, just preparing myself up. Trying to get my open spots, get a rhythm, either get 8 layups or free throws, to keep going. To get my rhythm going, and I did that tonight.
December was a difficult month in terms of the schedule, the opponents that you had to play. Now that does ease up a little bit in January. You guys are home a lot more. You've done really well against teams with worse records. How do you keep that moving forward now as you get into this next month?
Just staying with each other, protecting each other, playing for each other, just playing hard, great effort. And, we know with our team we can do a lot, and all thing we got to do is just continue to take it game by game, and just be ready to play, come out with great energy.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
This game goes to the Lakers defense entirely. I mean, first time in a month exactly that the Staples Center fans got tacos because the defense was that good. Now they've been home a lot, for sure, but it's
they would have got tacos in the old days too, under 100.
Yeah, I mean, this is a great defensive effort here. The Lakers have to be so pleased about this. And, I know there's a lot of consternation out there after the Lakers lost that Christmas Day game to the Clippers. People started freaking out a little bit. Clippers only 2 games away from the Lakers. Well, now they're 3.5 games behind the Lakers in the standings. Lakers really recovered nicely, winning a back-to-back, not an easy one, at Portland and coming back down here. I was on that flight last night. It landed right around 2 a.m. So a strong effort for the Lakers to come back and win this one.
While we Google consternation during the break, we're going to send it to Staples Center. KCP had 19.
Siri,
25 minutes. This is Mike Trudell. Thanks, Jim.
All right, Kentavious Caldwell Pope. So you guys had the four-game losing streak. You respond by beating Portland last night, then handling Dallas pretty well tonight in this back-to-back. What was behind that for you guys just getting back on track?
Just playing harder than Dallas did. We knew they was on a back-to-back as well, and we wanted to come out with great energy and great intensity, and I feel like we did that throughout the whole game.
Kenny, you've had four of five threes tonight, I should say, 11 of your last 15. Where's that rhythm coming from three, and how you feeling right now with the ball going up?
I feel good. I mean, I feel I'm in a great rhythm. I feel good. My mind's clear. So, man, I'm just out there playing, finding my open spots, and being ready to shoot.
Yeah, where does that come from? Just trying to keep everything else clear and be able to go game to game to game like that to keep it going. Where do you get that from?
Just take it game by game. Right now we had Dallas on the next schedule, and that's all I was, just preparing myself up. Trying to get my open spots, get a rhythm, either get 8 layups or free throws, to keep going. To get my rhythm going, and I did that tonight.
December was a difficult month in terms of the schedule, the opponents that you had to play. Now that does ease up a little bit in January. You guys are home a lot more. You've done really well against teams with worse records. How do you keep that moving forward now as you get into this next month?
Just staying with each other, protecting each other, playing for each other, just playing hard, great effort. And, we know with our team we can do a lot, and all thing we got to do is just continue to take it game by game and just be ready to play, come out with great energy.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
All right, guys, Kentavious Caldwell Pope, key tonight off that Lakers bench once again, hitting everything from downtown as the Lakers win 108-95.
Guys, we talked about that suffocating defense that held Dallas at 36%. There was also some balanced scoring with the Lakers. 6 players in double figures, and that's with Kuz not scoring at all. So it's not just a couple of guys, Rob, James, and Brez. This whole team is chipping in. And since that Christmas Day game, LeBron James has been dealing. He had, 16 assists, a tied a season high last night in Portland. Tonight, 13.
Yeah, I mean, he continues to lead and distribute. It's what I love about this team the last few weeks, as Brez pointed out, is that, they took a hit. They lost 4 in a row. And veteran teams know how to, have a meeting of the minds, and they know how to get back on track. And I think they got back to their bread and butter, which is defense. And I think they went to the post a little bit more in the last game, as Rob been pointing out, get back to the post up a little bit. And I think, they're learning. Those are 2 things that will keep them in the game and can help them dominate.
Yeah, the thing about this is they're easy buckets. And when you get some easy buckets, that makes your team go, and that makes the defense more aware of you being in the paint. So they're going to pack that paint, and that makes the outside shot a little easier. And that's one of the reasons that they're so good down the stretch, that they had an inside presence in AD, or they got the lobs to Howard or JaVale.
I was in that locker room last night, and it was kind of a weary locker room. They were happy they won the game, but everyone looked a little tired. Everyone looked, AD had hurt his shoulder. He was questionable for the game tonight. LeBron was asked by the reporters a couple times, are you going to be able to play Sunday? He had the groin issue. He had a little bit of, I think it was his ankle was also, no, his elbow, I'm sorry, was also bothering him. So the fact that both those guys suited up and the Lakers won pretty easily, it was never in doubt, right? I mean, this is a big win for the Lakers. By the way, 9-5 in December. This month has not been good to the Lakers for years. And to go 9-5 with 9 of those games on the road, some really good things for this team right now.
Quickly, before we get to the highlights, impressive when a floor leader knows when certain guys need to eat, right? And it just seemed like LeBron was so patient when he drove, could have scored a bunch of times, but he was feeding JaVale McGee, who only gets to play about 16 to 19 minutes. Same with Dwight Howard, plays about the same. But those guys got opportunities. They were having fun. It was kind of their turn tonight, it seemed like, James.
Yeah, I mean, feed those guys. I mean, for the contribution that they make on the defensive end, I got to tell you, McGee has some pretty good footwork around the basket. And, he's long and he has that jump hook. And he's been pretty successful with that. I'm not going to say the same thing about Dwight Howard, because Dwight Howard has a different role. He's good on, putbacks and lobs and things like that. But McGee, those 2 guys have really proven that they are not only defensive-minded, but they can do some stuff on the offensive end. So, and it's good that LeBron recognized that.
Yeah.
And you always say give him a little what? Sugar. A little sugar.
Give him a little sugar.
A little sugar, right, Rob?
A little sugar make you play harder.
It makes everyone happy.
Exactly.
Guys play much harder defensely, right?
I had a lot of sugar tonight.
You did, didn't you, Brez?
Yeah.
All right, let's get you to the
candies.
Quite a sweet tooth, that young man.
Vicious sweet tooth.
All right, let's get you to the highlights. We'll get you out.
And 9,000 assists. They're only one to achieve that.
52 away from Zeke for moving into number 8 on the all-time list. Rob?
That's incredible. I know, but he's not going to catch number 1, though, because we know John Stockton got his assists padded when he played.
Pad those stats.
Oh, my goodness. But, he would have a chance.
About 4,000 of those are padded. I know that.
LeBron is great.
Him.
He should be at 11-5.
He should be lower than that. I love LeBron. LeBron's going to catch him, though. We're going to start padding his assists, too.
LeBron will turn 35 on Monday before he can celebrate. He's speaking in the locker room with Mike.
All right, LeBron, Dallas came in number 1 in offensive efficiency, holding to 95 points, 36% from the field. What was working defensively throughout the night?
I think we were just on a string. We understood at the point of attack that Luka creates so much pressure in your defense with his scoring, with his ability to play make, get into the cracks of your defense and make plays. We just tried to make it tough on him, but make it tough on other guys as well. We know not only, the season that Luka's having, but they've been successful because of their bench as well. Their bench gives them so much of a push. When Luka comes out, when KP comes out, and starters come out, their bench always kind of rise to the occasion. So we keyed in on those guys, and we executed our defensive plan, and it was ingredients for us getting the win.
On this back-to-back, you had 29 assists and just 3 turnovers. So what were you seeing just from a floor perspective and being able to lead the team in that way?
Well, like I said, my teammates and the coaching staff trust me to play the point and to run the show, and it's my job to take care of the ball. And just try to put the guys in position to be successful, put the ball on time and on target for threes, for lobs, for dunks, for in transition, whatever the case may be. Use my ability, use my vision that I've had all my life to just try to see the floor. And I've been able to do that last couple of games.
Is that purely reading the defense, or is that any shift in your approach over this back-to-back?
I think a lot of it's been my pace as well. I've been playing with a lot of pace the last 2 games. Even when teams have scored on us, I've tried to ask my guys to get the ball out the net fast so I can get up the floor before the defense is set. Give us more time in the shot clock to execute our offense, and then just reading the defense, like I said. And I try to attack a lot of eyes. If I drive and I know I got another set of 2, then it's a numbers game, and we have it. So I'm just trying to be efficient with that.
The latest milestone is 9,000 assists. I'm sure you know the 8 guys above you on that all-time assist list, and just kind of put that in perspective of what it's meant to be a passer like that over the course of your career.
It's something that was instilled in me when I first picked up a basketball. A little league coach, Frank Walker, always talked about it's the greatest part of basketball, to be able to see the ball move from side to side, to be able to attract the defense and get your teammates open shot. He said it's always going to be. When I was a little kid and I was, somewhat better than some of my teammates, he was like, it's much more a greater reward than seeing some of your teammates that can't dribble or can't score for themselves for you to get them an open look. And that was instilled in me when I was 9 years old, when I first started playing organized basketball. And it's just, we won the championship the first year, we won it the second year. I started winning, and it's been instilled in me. I just knew that was the right way to play. So, it's just been a part of my game.
Ron, what do you think is instrumental in your day-to-day to have the kind of production you're having at this stage of your career?
Day-to-day, I just try to work on my mind, work on my body, work on my game. I just try to stay as fresh and as positive as possible throughout this marathon, and don't take it for granted. And like anytime I get the opportunity, if we playing a lot of games, then I'm kind of working on my mind. Or if if I'm feeling a little banged up, then I work on my body. If I feel like my game needs to be tuned up a little bit, then I'll work on the court and get my game involved, because everything is very important for me. So that's what it all boils down to, and being able to put that type of work in, either if it's your mind, your body, or your craft. Has been very instrumental to me being able to do the things that I do at this point in my career.
Being 35, is that any kind of milestone for you, or just another birthday?
I'm not 35 yet.
Okay, you got a couple hours.
Yeah, if I was back home, then I would be 35. Okay. I live in LA now, so don't count me out just yet now.
Go to Hawaii, you get
I know I might fly there right now. The milestone of it is that when you grow up in the inner city, around a lot of things that you don't want to see your kids see, to be able to get to this point in age where the statistics is stacked up against you because of obvious reasons, that's a blessing. And it's more of a blessing for me to be able to do what I love to do every day, and be able to let my family reap the benefits of that, and allow them to, they allow me to be an inspiration to them, so that is really cool.
What's it like to see firsthand a guy like Dwight resurrect his career?
I think it's wonderful. It's just a shift in his mindset. He came in with just a pure mindset, a selfless mindset, and saying he would do whatever it takes to help this ball club win. But his mind was fresh, and when your mind is fresh and your mind is at ease, everything else kind of takes care of itself.
He's older than me. I'm not trying to say you guys.
Who's older than me?
Tom Brady. You guys have mutual admiration for one another. You shared it. countless times. You drawn any inspiration from? I mean, it seems to be that people are starting to count him out. And you look at his situation, and still finished 12-4 this year.
I mean, I definitely pay attention to what Brady does. I mean, how could you not? He's one of the greatest football players to ever walk the face of the earth. And, he gets counted out every year, pretty much. Saying you can't do this or do that. And he's just trying to continue to put his franchise and their franchise in position to be successful. The greatest thing about Tom has never been about him. It's never been about him, and the success has come with just him being selfless and him just doing his job. And you can appreciate that, and you can appreciate his longevity of him just putting in the work.
What are your early birthday wishes?
I really don't have. I don't really have birthday wishes. To be honest, I'm not a birthday wish guy, or
Party?
I don't have. Yeah, I'm gonna have one of those.
Okay.
But that's not a wish. I don't wish to have a party because I gotta pay for. I gotta pay for my. I know. I gotta pay for my own damn birthday party.
Bigger party than normal? Turning 35?
No. The biggest one I had was when I turned 21 so far in my life. That was the biggest party I've had. Yeah. So this one is gonna be very mild. 40 will be gigantic. Appreciate it. Yeah, appreciate it.
In back-to-back situations this season, large part because of your defense, but against the number 1 rated offense tonight, why were you able to be so effective?
Just like you said, our defense, holding a team like that to 95 points, they move the ball really well. A lot of shots we made them miss, and shooting 36 from the field, 30 from 3. We held them under 30 all 4 quarters, so it's a testament to our defense, and we're just getting back to our defensive ways.
How about that 4-game losing streak to win back-to-back games against Portland and then this one here? What does it say about this group?
We just have to find ourselves again. Like I said, it started with the defensive end. We're able to get back to what we do defensively, and when we do that, we're able to beat any team and feel good about ourselves. And we've been able to do that the last 2 games against 2 really great offensive teams. So when we do what we're supposed to do on the defensive end, and we play with a lot of pace, sharing the basketball, getting in passing lanes and getting steals and deflections, we're a tough team to beat.
What do you think about adding some zone to your defensive diet?
I think it was good. I think it kind of messed them up a little bit. Try to show a different, set to Porzingis and Luka, and they kind of disrupt them a little bit, and take them out of their offense.
There was so much talk about the schedule this month, the teams you would have to face. You guys finished December 9-5. How do you feel about sort of that body of work?
Feel good. I mean, some games we let slip away, but still winning record. So that's what you want to do. I come out every month with a winning record. So I feel good about it. Got a lot to learn from it as well. The games that we lost, and even the games that we won, and just try to get better.
I think back on that, you guys were 7-2 on the road during that month. Why so much success on the road?
I think you got to come together more on the road. It was just the guys in the locker room. Snow, home court advantage, anything like that, even though our fans travel, but it's tough to win in other teams' arenas, and we got to make sure that we come together even more to win those games, and I think that's why we've been able to be so successful on the road.
This is your last game in 2019. Obviously, this year was a big year of change for you. How will you remember it when you think back?
It was a fun year, wild year. That was it.
You don't have to say it as loud so he has to hear it, but what do you think about him doing what he's doing, about to turn 35 tomorrow?
It's his birthday tomorrow.
Gotta go get a gift, huh?
Nah, I'm not getting no gift. Why, you want a gift?
Yeah, you got the hell out of my face.
I mean, for a guy that, be 34, almost 35, and do what he's able to do in 17 years in the game and be so efficient, speaks volumes of what he do. I mean, he take care of his body. He's in the gym every day working on his craft, watching film. And so, it all shows and it all pays off.
He's in the gym or the lab?
He's
in the gym.